So today guys, I'm giving you the best counter-attacking formation and custom tactics right now to get more wins in FC25. If you're looking to buy safe, reliable, fast FC25 coins at a competitive price, look no further than U7 Buy. With a massive amount of FC25 coins that you can buy at competitive prices, as well as tons of positive reviews on Trustpilot, follow the link in the description of this video and pop in code A G _ B at checkout to get 5% off any order you do. Visit U7 Buy now and let's get those dream FC25 squads together. So those of you that have been subscribed to the channel for a while will know this formation. You'll know that I created it a few months back and I absolutely loved it, but I hadn't tested it after the patch came in to nerf the 95 depth, but I'm happy to say it still works incredibly well even with a different depth. This is by far and away one of the best attacking formations I've used on the game so far. Absolutely incredible on the counter attack. As soon as you win that ball back, ping passes going forward and you have options absolutely everywhere going forward. You're attacking like an arrow formation and honestly it's absolutely mad how many chances you create, goals you score and wins you get using these custom tactics. So the formation we're going with today is the 4-1-2-1-2 wide variation. I know, not the most common way of running this, but trust me, with the player roles I'm about to show you, this formation becomes an absolute beast. For the build-up style, you're going to go on counter. It just gets your players into attacking positions a lot more quickly, and this formation is very much based on how it looks with the ball. So it's important to get your players in that with the ball sort of formation as soon as possible so that you have the best opportunities to counter-attack and score loads of goals. Going on counter just helps you do that. And now for the line height, we're going to go for 70 high. It's what we run on most formations now, but I'm happy to say even though the 95 depth came in, it still works absolutely insane on 70 depth this formation. Perfect blend of having enough players back in defence in good positions to stop attacks, but then when you win the ball, being able to quickly transition into your with the ball formation and absolutely slaying your opponent. Moving on to the player roles now guys, and your goalkeeper as always is going to be personal preference. One of your fullbacks, doesn't matter which one, just alternate either way, is going to be on fullback and defend. Both your centre backs are going to be on defender, defend, with your other fullback being on false back and defend. Your holding midfielder is going to be on holding and defend, with both your wingers being on winger and balanced. Your cam is going to be on shadow striker and attack. One of your forwards is going to be on advanced forward support. If you don't want to run this, you could also run poacher support, either which works well for you, but one of your strikers definitely has to be on advanced forward and attack. And here's what it looks like with the ball guys, and this is why I was saying it's so important to get into your with the ball formation quickly on counter, because this is how it's laid out and it is a 3-5-2 formation, and the 3-5-2 has always been absolutely insane on the attack. It's been my favourite formation for God knows how long, probably since I think I started using it in FIFA 12, FIFA 13, and I ran it for years man, but unfortunately this year, you might have seen my last video or a couple of videos ago now, I ran a 3-back formation and defensively they've just absolutely destroyed it, EA, this year. I don't know what they've done to the AI, but it's absolutely garbage to defend in a 3-back at the moment. So we have to go for a 4-back and convert it to this 3-back, and it just means that you get attacking options everywhere. It is absolutely incredible. So there's the formation and player roles for you guys. Really simple. If you're really impatient and can't wait to get on FC25, feel free to head off now and give it a go yourselves, but I'd recommend you stay until the end man, because what I'm going to do now is talk you through each player role, each position, what sort of player you need there, and pepper in a few highlights to show how this formation really is incredible and how it's going to help you get so many more wins in FC25. So for the goalkeeper position, unfortunately there's no magic bullet I'm afraid. I run De Gea, he's probably the best I've used alongside 95 Buffon. You've got Van der Sar obviously, you've got Yashin. They're probably your only options, maybe Milinkovic-Savic that are going to be really good, but every goalkeeper makes stupid decisions, man. There's nothing you can do. Now, for your fullback on fullback defend, you have to use someone not only that has fullback plus plus, that is crucial because they'll get back into their defensive formation, which is the 4-back, quicker, but they'll also stay really well in that 3-back, which is what you need. And for this player, you want someone like I'm running Lilian Thuram, someone that would be equally or if not better at centre-back than they are at full-back, because on the quick counter they might be found in that back 3, so they have to defend really well, but they also need to be good enough at wing-back that they can get back into that wide position and stop their wingers from getting the ball. But this is your bread and butter defensive fullback, okay? They're not going to go bombing forward. They're going to stay in that line of 3 when you attack. And then when you're getting countered on or your opponent has the ball, they'll transition back out wide, make those interceptions from the wingers, try and get in front of the through balls and just primarily defend your line. They are an amazing role, but this one is crucial to be on plus plus and be an absolutely incredible fullback, but also centre back. Great pace, great strength, great defending are crucial here. Now both your centre-backs on bread and butter, as always, defender defend. Don't touch this role. It's the best role for a centre-back and it's one you always want to be running no matter what. When you have the ball, they won't do anything stupid like come out of position. They'll stay in your with the ball formation. So in this scenario, they'll stay in that 3-back sort of narrow back 3 and that'll really help you to stop those counters. And then when you don't have the ball, obviously they'll come into this 2-back and they'll just be there to protect your goalkeeper at all times. They're never going to venture forward. You're not going to use them to pull them out. You're literally just going to have them in this back line of 4 or 3, depending on the scenario. And these 2 players are your bread and butter defenders. Fast, strong, tall, good in the air, proper out and out centre backs, and all they're going to do for you is defend the ball. That's all you want them to do. Every single time that the ball comes towards you, you want them to have something like Anticipate Plus that's obviously going to help their AI be in the right position. But it's constant interceptions, constant last-ditch tackles, constant getting in front of the ball, constant pressing the player. It is a really good role, this one, but you want the meta players here because defending is hard on FC25, especially now that the 95 depth patch has come in. Average games are struggling, so make sure you've got the meta of the meta here and you will do better. Now for your false back plus plus fullback, it's the player that would be amazing at CM. So I've got this Ivo Grimaldo, I'm thinking Rulfo from Barcelona Women, players like that you look at their card and you just think, man, that would be such good central midfielder. 80s and 90s across the board in stats. That's what you want in this false back. And like with the fullback, they need to have false back plus plus. It is crucial to make this formation work properly. But they need to be good at defending and they need to be fast, okay? Because when you don't have the ball, they are going to go back into that traditional left back role. And you do need them to be able to keep up with the wingers, make those last ditch tackles and make those interceptions. But you also need them to be incredible central midfielders. So pacey with incredible passing and passing play styles if you can get it. Because this player will be recyclable so often. Because they go into a 3-5-2 formation, they'll push up a little bit with your CDM and they'll constantly there for the pass back and they're going to bomb it forward again. It's what helps you have this incredible pinged pass attacking football. Now your holding midfielder in this formation is the epitome of a modern holding midfielder. Do you know, as they always say, they're not appreciated? This is that player that you're going to have here. They're not going to leave your back 3 very often. They're not going to go bombing forward. They'll occasionally be used for the recycle ball, but you have so many options in the attack that you don't need this player getting too far forward. They're always there to protect your back 3 and your back 4, obviously, when it becomes without the ball, and constantly just make interceptions, make tackles, just make a nuisance of themselves and make it difficult for your opponent to quickly counter you with you being a bit more defensively vulnerable. So a player like Scott McTominay, tall, strong, great defensively with holding plus plus. If you don't have holding plus plus, deep line playmaker defend plus plus works equally as well. So it's personal preference on that one. But yeah, this player is just constantly going to be making tackles for you, protecting you. You will not notice them very often, but trust me, if they're not good players here, you definitely notice it defensively. Now both your wingers are actually on winger balance in this formation, and I just find that in this particular formation for the counter attack, winger is what works best. A lot of players won't have winger plus plus. In the gameplay I ran Chiesa, who has winger plus, and he worked just as well, so don't worry about it. But if you do have a plus plus in that role, absolutely amazing. It'll help you out no end. But we run winger plus plus essentially so they hug the sideline at all times. We don't want them cutting inside because it's going to become too congested in the middle. We want them holding that line on the outside and bombing in behind, and that's what helps you have that arrow formation and attack, but also helps you have loads of options all over the pitch. It's really easy to find these wingers at all times because they're so close to the byline, and because of the meta is to run fullback defend, a lot of players have got sort of a narrow line at the back, which means you get so much time with these wingers, and you can do things like running behind, you can get to the byline and cut back, you can do some R1 dribbling to obviously get past your opponent and then try and do a trivela or a finesse shot, or you can just pass it inside and recycle. And because of how many options you get, you're going to find it so easy to get that inside ball going, make the additional pass and score a goal. Now your cam in this formation is going to be on shadow striker attack, and I wouldn't change that for the world. Because of how counter-attacking this formation is, your shadow striker actually makes that run forward. So when you get the ball with either your holding, your false back or one of your defenders, your shadow striker will start making that run forward. It'll split your two strikers, and that's how you get that arrow formation going forward. And it just means you've got options everywhere in the attack. The amount of times you will find this shadow striker is unreal. They'll score goals for you, which is obviously a bonus, but they'll also be the player that's always there to receive the ball, always there to recycle and pass it on and make that killer pinged pass in behind, and then always a player to dribble, hold the ball up until you've got an option elsewhere to score that goal. Absolutely crucial player, this one, in this formation. It needs to be one of your best players on the pitch. So I'm running Diego Maradona. Also have run Frank Ribery here as well. In the highlights you'll probably see it. But yeah, it's a case that this needs to be one of your best players on the pitch because they're so influential on the game and they will help you get loads of goals in this formation. Now your advanced forward support is just purely there to make room for that shadow striker cam. I think if you have them both on advanced forward attack, not only does it become a bit too predictable, also becomes very congested, and rather than becoming an arrow, it becomes more of like a, I don't know what shape that would be, up and trapezium, I don't know. But it'll be a case that it's too narrow up front. So having them on support, they make a little bit wider runs, which not only allows the shadow striker to either go wide or go central, but it also means that you've got someone to receive the ball at all times, not just trying to bomb in behind. Really crucial role, this one. I'd recommend someone like Ferran Torres that you're seeing now, because he is also good on the wing, and that's the sort of player you need here. Pacey, good dribbling, good at holding the ball up, and good passing, because they'll sometimes find the ball out wide, but out and out they need to be able to score as well, because you will still find them in attacking opportunities so often. You need these guys to be able to finish them off. And then finally, your advanced forward attack. It's bread and butter, man. I've gone through this 1,000 times on the channel. They will come deep when needs be if you haven't got any options going forward, which means you need them to be physical and good at dribbling, because they will be able to hold up the ball until you've got another option. But primarily, man, they need to be quick. With something like rapid helps no end, but mostly length is what I run. Someone who can get in behind really well, evade the centre-backs, but that can shoot, man. One of the meta players, Henry, Torres, players like that are always going to put the ball in the back of the net and that you trust no matter what. If you press that circle, that B button, it's going in the back of the net. That's what you need here. But that's it for the formation, guys. I honestly love this formation so much. It is my favourite formation for attacking by far. And I think of all the formations I've run, and look at my channel, man, I have reviewed a lot. This is the best counter-attacking formation in the game in these roles. Honestly, it is so good at transitioning from defence to attack, and it's so quick that so many of your opponents will have no chance to react, and you will just end up scoring a hatful of goals like I have in the gameplay that you've seen today. But make sure you note down the code on screen for you now, guys. It is an incredible formation. I think you'll absolutely love it. And as always, comment down below if you do give it a try. Some of you have given it a try before and told me it's amazing, but I've got a lot more subscribers now than the last time I showed this formation, and some things have changed, so I thought it's about time I brought it out again. Check if it's still amazing, and it 100% is. Anyway, guys, as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like. It helps me out no end, but it also helps other average gamers to find this formation and hopefully get them more wins. And if you're new around here and enjoy more daily FC25 content, don't forget to subscribe. You get to see this pretty face every single day. Anyway, hey, have a great rest of your day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye!